champions.
Oh, here we go.
Alistar coming out for BeryL.
This is BeryL's Alistar. You guys remember back to 2019 Worlds. This is the champion.
It was basically his
make
champ.
Yeah, really, really.
And also, I want to explain this matchup is that Sett support can never look for all-in on Kalista, because then Alistar is going to stack up his stun and look for another all-in, just counter all-in on enemy AD carry or just Sett. So it can be really easy matchup for Alistar. So I think DWG Gaming just outdrafted.
I mean, I feel like this is another draft victory again for DAMWON, and even though this is much more akin to the type of draft that I expected out of DRX, I never imagined them to win versus DAMWON by trying to fight fire versus fire. Doesn't make any sense. It's like a Charmander going up against Charizard here, Atlas. That's what's happening.
They're technically not effective against each other, but one of them is just better than the other one. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they mind game themselves. I think you're exactly right. They like, I'm going to pick all of the junglers.
And also, this team composition is, again, really unstable.
Yeah.
And also no engage tool. Again, Pyosik needs to do a lot of things. He needs to engage, he needs to counter jungle himself. I mean, this time around he have Jayce mid lane who can just have some early prior, but in the late game, how can you play against Syndra mid lane? How can you
I guess
play
you're
against
supposed to
Alistar?
you need to hit all of the shock blasts. I guess everyone needs to be on about 20% health. And then you hope that the Alistar isn't going to be able to single-handedly control a team fight. Because an Alistar with a Kalista is so scary. Let's get into game number 2. And here we are onto the Rift for game number 2. DRX now on the blue side. The draft looking pretty similar as far as when they want to get this game going. Deft on the Ezreal, though, is going to have a little bit more late game prowess. As Ghost with the T1 skin, or SKT skin, I apologize. That is Bang's skin, 100%.
So with DRX comp, they're looking for early game prior with this Jayce pick and Volibear, right? But the problem is, DWG Gaming also have some tools in the early game because of Syndra, because of Renekton Nidalee on the top side, and also potentially Kalista is gonna have some pressure against Ezreal. So I think again, DWG Gaming with their draft, they're gonna have some easy game, and also their late game is way more stable compared to DRX. So I think DRX, they really need to do something, make really random situation a lot in this early game. Otherwise,
I mean, this is really weird. They're gonna start off. They're gonna donate a ward kill. And so they're gonna know that Nidalee is starting blue, but remember the onus is not on Canyon to make anything happen.
They're gonna start up very, very early, get themselves a flash. That E-bang was very scary. And ShowMaker is going to respect it. Pyosik going to continue his destruction of the enemy jungle.
I mean, Pyosik today is actually outperforming, by the way.
Apart from in team fights.
Raptor into level 2 gank on the mid lane, and another Raptor. Really intelligence ganking route.
He's just going to hit everything on his way past.
And now he's just going to clear the Golem camp. And so Canyon right now knows that Pyosik does not have the red buff, probably assumes that Pyosik has gone into his red side, and now Pyosik may be looking to try to do something here. Find it very strange. Nuguri's not getting tagged by Volibear's passive to heal with his Doran shield. He's actually staying out of range of it. So that one's a little bit surprising. Keria coming in to check if red is there.
Canyon lying in wait.
But there's a ward.
He's okay. Canyon knows. As Keria moves on over. The Ignite's already down. Facebreaker's going to miss, and Canyon's just toying with Keria.
I think he's just going to try to get the what?
Okay, there's a dive topside as well as Doran's trying to hold on to the turret aggro. But that was a bad move. ShowMaker now finds himself in an odd position as first blood goes over to Chovy.
Double?
He even crab raves as he picks up the double kill. And now BeryL's going to get dove on also. He has to flash to get to the blast cone, and maybe we're just going to see Chovy put DRX on his back.
I mean, honestly, the only canyon that we're seeing so far tonight in this series is the Mariana Trench, because that has been pretty much what's going on here for DAMWON in both of these early game starts for their jungler, and it's so uncharacteristic. Chovy with double kill and double buffs. Now, in this mid lane,
Yeah.
the only fortunate thing for DAMWON is Syndra is one of the better champions at being able to space and stay away from her lane opponent if she is behind. But DRX, they're in a very comfortable position here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the mid lane matchup is destroyed by Chovy right now. So I think the game is more DRX's favor. But at the same time, again, it's not end of the world. DAMWON Gaming, they're still controlling top side and the bot side. They can still use their lane prior to have better jungle routes.
Oof. Getting a bit dangerous up here towards the top side as well, as Nuguri is getting in some decent trades, but you can see the farm's pretty good for Doran. As we're going to have a look at this replay, this is while everything was happening everywhere on the map.
Yeah, I mean, if Nuguri died here, then maybe it can be end of the world. But again, great save.
It was really lucky that Pyosik didn't pick up that turret either, as Nuguri decided he'd stun him up.
Just look at ShowMaker doesn't know what he wants to do. He ends up stunning Chovy, but Chovy flashing out of the way of the knockup. Crab Rave comes in.
That's how you know it's a real victory.
Yeah.
Is the Crab Rave. Deft down to about half health, not exactly having the greatest time, but farm is in his favor. Nidalee's going to sneak her way up towards this top side.
This is how you can lose the game as Nidalee. If this doesn't work, Lillia just blitzes ahead of you, and then as Nidalee, you're not a champion that ever wants to be behind, and you have a very hard time coming back.
Well, there's the flash forward, and this is what this combo is designed to do. And they do manage to pick up that kill on the top side of the map.
I mean, it can be a gamble, but at the same time, there was Summoner's advantage from Nuguri, so it was a really good play. DWG Gaming again.
Well, Pyosik still probably going to be able to move into the enemy jungle and get some work done, as BeryL taking a lot of damage, only level 4, no unbreakable will or anything like that. As DRX able to trade much better here in this game on the bottom side of the map. 10 CS up here for Deft, and he's on his Ezreal. Maybe this is where he says, well, we're definitely not losing again against this guy. Ghost definitely very practiced on the Kalista, though. He played it a lot, even historically. So him and BeryL are going to be very comfortable with their picks. Also, this mid lane is very scary for DAMWON.
And I really like how Chovy's itemizing. Goes for the Merc Treads first. It looks like he's going to pick up a Hex Drinker, and he's allowed to get away with...
Oh no, Deft has to flash. Doesn't want to get headbutted back into Ghost.
Sag.
Sometimes you just shouldn't get caught shopping.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
We'll just take a look.
Yeah. Top side. Before that, Nuguri just forced out Doran's flash on the top side dive situation. So because of that, it was clean kill. Great usage of Summoner's advantage.
Yep, slightly different game though this time around. As you can see, it's the bottom lane for DRX that are actually doing much better, as Deft is eventually allowed to go home. But the CS differentials elsewhere are really not as high. They do still have a slight lead, and I think that's because Pyosik has been able to put the jungle on farm, be it his or his opponent's.
First on every single thing.
Yeah, he's just pretty good at this game, this good old Nuguri.
Well, Nuguri is going to be very important for them here in this game. Ooh, getting a really big trade against Volibear there. Does also have the XP advantage right now.
Yep, also had the Conqueror, so that gets his health back up as well, and he's going to get through some potions.
Yeah, and both supports are just walking towards the top side. The header is coming in really soon.
Yeah, it's going to be spawning in 8 seconds time. Pyosik in the area also. Doesn't have a lot of mana to his name. As this game, ShowMaker managed to actually pick up a ball, which is definitely good news. As Deft unable to Arcane Shift out of the way of the Pierce.
And how far behind in EXP is Deft right now? Because Ghost is already a bit into level 6, almost 1/3 the way through it. Deft's still level 5.
BeryL's level 4, so that might explain.
That could definitely...
Yeah. That happens when your support is not getting
No, when your support is BeryL.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't like hanging out in his own lane. That's not where he belongs. This cow is currently looking for some action onto the Jayce.
It's really hard to kill the Jayce, though, through all that magic resistance. Even Alistar deals magic.
Yeah, true.
So, not a whole lot of value that they can really hope to achieve here. It looks like they want to just try to get Renekton ahead. And so, Nuguri...
No, this is all going to be denied.
Yeah. And it's again trade. DRX is trying to get Drake on the bot side, but the dive situation is not going to happen because I don't think they have enough damage without Jayce. Maybe they can potentially try to form and dive on the bot side, but it is not possible right now. So DWG Gaming again using the header advantage is pretty huge. And they do not care about the Drake that much, as you know.
Yeah, exactly, because this is one of their comps that they want to win at about 25 minutes. So Dragon's completely irrelevant.
I mean, this is how to use Renekton Nidalee on the top side.
Yeah. Thank you for the masterclass, DAMWON.
Yeah.
That's great. Because, like, if there's something that we know here at the LCK is that Renekton isn't exactly a late-game champion. We have learnt this, but DAMWON make it look good because they don't play late game. No. In a lot of their games. They did in their last one because they decided to.
But this time around, their team comp is just fully built up for the mid early game.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like DRX here, they just can't catch a break. Last game it was bot lane, this game it's top lane.
Yeah.
And Chovy can't extend his lead, and this is because of the dynamic of Jayce Syndra. He can't walk up to Syndra, he can't bully her, her range is too long.
Yeah.
And so ShowMaker, he's able to stay relevant inside of the lane. Also, the teleport helps mitigate any pressure. It's impossible for Jayce to set up a gank for Lillia. And so with top lane falling behind, now, the one confusing thing is Doran, he had a hot date. So he had to shove the wave back. And Nuguri, now they're just going to play ping pong in top lane. But taking the turret at 9.5 minutes can actually often prove to be disastrous if the opponent just starts freezing. And then you have to walk up inside of the lane to get stuff. DRX just handshaking it. That hurts.
Yeah, that hurt me.
Yeah. The problem of DRX right now is that Jayce cannot use his pressure or prior correctly.
Well, he's going to try to, as Unleashed Power is actually going to start this one up, as Chovy's going to flash out of the way, trying to get some damage back, but...
Nuguri has flash.
Yeah, and he's actually just going to go straight underneath the turret, gets the teleport, and says, my work here is done. And he's going to move back over towards the top side, and he's going to have priority there as well, because now the Volibear is out of position.
Do you see how DWG Gaming dribbles around DRX? They were just doing 2v3 on the bot side. At the same time, they released the pressure on the mid lane. So, again...
Fate's Call going to come down here as Deft in a whole host of trouble. Headbutted into the wall. Very, very dead as now Pyosik trying to get some work done. Face breaker defensively from Keria. And haymakers to keep himself alive. Canyon falls asleep as Ghost is going to take a bit of damage there from the turret, but that is just a pretty clean kill for DWG. And now they're looking to try and get some turret damage as well. Keria, not a lot he can do to help.
Yeah.
I mean, DWG, they're snowballing so far ahead.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, no flash.
He's going to be able to get the stun. Tanking up the turret now, but Chovy will survive.
Keria is dead.
What?
Oh dear. Pyosik might also be dead.
Oh, man.
As there's a lot of stick. Everywhere. That was some League of Legends. That's some things that can happen in this video game that just happened. Do you want to analyze those, boys?
No thanks.
No
Not unless you want to duo-cast.
That flash was so strange out of Canyon.
Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest things that I've seen. I liked it, but I'm very confused. As we're going to have a look at it again, hopefully we get it in very, very quick slow-mo. Very, very slow slow-mo.
This is why Alistar is good in this set.
Yeah. He uses the well, Keria says, wait a minute, you're too heavy. And then Canyon getting in there, doing a lot of damage as well. Let's take a look at this. This must have been a... Oh, no.
It
just walks into it, yeah. Thought he sniped him, but... Now here, this was... Honestly, turn it off, please. Production.
No.
This
No.
But BeryL did the right thing, though.
BeryL tried.
Yeah,
he tried to salvage the situation.
What was that flash?
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Canyon probably had an issue.
Imagine
Yeah.
if that was a bug and we chrono break it. And then Lillia's actually just living in a nightmare. She's like, oh, no.
Well,
Oh,
Deft
no, it's Deft.
having a little bit of an issue, maybe. I'll have to see what it is that the problem is. He feels like there might be a little bit of lag.
Ooh.
That's not good.
This is an awkward situation. I've seen this happen at tournaments before where a pro player, it actually happened to me personally in StarCraft at an MLG once. I was adamant that the frame rate or something within the game wasn't right, but then the ref couldn't determine it by just looking at the numbers.
Right.
And it's very confusing. If you don't play the games at the absolute highest level, sometimes frame rate drop or bit rate just going down a little bit feels really bad.
Yeah. And especially when you're used to it functioning a certain way, it can put off your rhythm completely.
Yes,
And
your
especially
muscle memory.
In a game like StarCraft, it is 100% muscle memory.
Yeah.
So if that's off by anything, yeah, that can be dicey. By the way, are you gonna verse Tasteless?
I am supposed to do a StarCraft 1 show match.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Crazy.
That is gonna be. I hope it's a series. Like you get to go up against Tasteless and Dan. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna do. I have a month.
To practice. Are you gonna stream some of it? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's stream monster, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
stream everything.
I watched him eat his dinner the other night.
Yeah.
Actually. And you even had dinner cam. I don't know what
True.
that's about. That's a new one. It's just part of the
LEC and
entertainment
LCS
you can
later.
expect
Yeah.
from your Twitch Prime. It's going to be able to get you the dinner stream, mukbang.
Yeah.
Right
And
there.
actually, this situation reminds me when I was player, and they're gonna just look for the record. They just record every single game, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna check if there was actually actual lagging or frame issue.
And this is always the scariest thing as a pro player because sometimes I always get really scared that sometimes the people evaluating it don't get what it's like to actually just be able to feel that the game's lagging.
Yeah, right.
And even if the numbers on the screen are saying that it's not, sometimes there actually still can be an issue. Something is going wrong.
Yeah.
And you can feel it with your muscle memory. Your mouse cursor isn't exactly where you thought it would be, or you feel like your champion's not turning as quick as it should. And it's very, very subtle. And it can... I've seen this happen elsewhere in other game titles, not on an official tournament, not one as prestigious as this, but definitely has come up before.
Yeah, this is certainly
And
a
it's
thing.
scary as a pro player.
Yeah.
And when you're playing remotely like this as well, I mean, there are bound to be certain things that crop up. You know, this is not an ideal situation. We'd want the players to be here in Lowell Park with us, but for safety reasons, with the fact that COVID-19 has had a bit of a resurgence here in Korea, it is definitely better to be safe than sorry. But unfortunately, these are some of the issues that you can run into, as it looks like the refs trying to get some work done here. And we're looking at what Keria's setup is as well, just to make sure that we have some comparisons between the two.
And maybe we can summarize the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were getting word from production.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to have a look at some highlights. So to summarize the game, we have some video footage, courtesy of Woodid, because this was his idea.
Maybe Ellis and me is already feeling like the game is over. I mean, especially me, it feels like game is already over from here.
I was going to make a joke that Deft paused because he wanted to know why his mid laner was 2-0, but the game was lost.
Yeah, maybe after the both side situation,
it
definitely feels like the game completely, it's lagging.
Canyon chimes in, yeah, there is lag, there is lag. As for a chrono break.
Yeah. This cannot be happened. But anyways, this play was really crucial as well on the top side because of the summoner's advantage again. So Nuguri is playing so much better than before. And also the bot lane. It's really impactful that Ghost and BeryL is stable on the bot side because sometimes, I mean, especially when they play against Genji, they got stomped. They didn't know how to control themselves, so it was not looking like they have stable bot lane. So everyone was talking like DAMWON Gaming still, the weak point is their bot lane because their top side is stable and their bot lane is still like they got stomped by Real Life, right? But
Yeah.
it feels like they improved so much.
I feel like every bottom lane gets stomped by Ruler and Life
I
these
guess,
days.
yeah.
They are very, very strong. I feel like BDD's slumping a little bit, but Ruler and Life are like in their best form that we've seen them in for like years and years.
Yeah.
This is like vintage 2017 hard carry Ruler on the bottom side of the map. This is real scary as far as bottom lanes are concerned, but Ghost played very, very well in game number 1, and here showing that his Kalista is still up to it. But there were some opportunities for Deft to... I think his Arcane Shift was on cooldown in that last replay, but he did still have his flash, so he could have potentially used that headbutt to taxi under the turret.
So right now we can think about DRX's win condition, because still Jayce is 2-0. It's looking like okay for him, but rest of the teammates are having a really hard time, right? Volibear on the top side, he cannot push against Renekton, and both sides is just GG.
And also, I mean, the Volibear, he's so far behind, he's not really going to be relevant inside of this game.
No.
So Ezreal having a really rough time. Sett is behind. Okay, we've... Oh, these are all the subs and the coaching staff.
Yep, you can check out Nuclear and Flame hanging out over there. Of course, Hoyt still on the roster as well. Haven't really seen too much from him. I actually remember Hoyt being one of the better players on the team.
Yeah.
Him and BeryL actually used to be lane partners. BeryL used to be an AD carry.
When there was so many range champions, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when Yuumi was in. Hoyt was...
I mean, Hoyt's Rakan was also just amazing.
That's true.
Last year.
But anyways, it seems like the game 2 is already DAMWON Gaming's favor, so... Yeah.
It looks like we're about to get back in there, though, as the refs seem to be tidying some things up. I'm actually really glad that we get to have these cameras inside each of the gaming houses. So it wasn't exactly the longest pause, but it wasn't the shortest either. I think we're pretty happy with the length of this one.
So I'm wondering how they're gonna approach this situation right now, DRX.
I think things are looking pretty doom and gloom for them right now. They're down almost 2,500 gold. They do have that one Mountain Dragon, and Jayce, in particular, is getting some value out of it because he has those MR items. He's basically getting an extra rune almost, the MR rune, probably in terms of extra resistance.
And Deft is really going to love it as well once that
Iceborne
comes in, as well as Doran with his Ninja Tabi, and he'll build some tanky items once that Trinity Force is completed. But the Trinity Force is a real feels bad when you're losing by this much.
As Alice mentioned, they still have Jayce, but maybe you cannot remember that we are going to have another pause.
Yeah, I'm not
Are we going to...
Yeah, we are not a big fan of it, but anyways, the point is that Chovy lost Flash before because of Nuguri's roam on the mid lane, right? So he cannot pressure like before that he had. So I think DAMWON Gaming right now is just controlling fully.
Oh, now it's on DAMWON's side.
Oh yeah.
Ghost was jealous. He's like, Deft's allowed to pause the game for that long? Well, I'm just as cool as him.
I'm also lagging.
And I'm lagging as well.
Yeah?
I think I'm lagging, guys.
I think I'm lagging as well. I think we're all
lagging slightly over here.
I mean, I'm not lagging. It's okay.
Yep, so apparently
see?
the movement is a bit weird.
Oh, I think that's the issue when you resume right after the pause, you know? Like, the game automatically sync the players and the champions, and normally it syncs really well, but sometimes it can happen, right?
Yeah, it can be a bit strange, so we're just going to probably turn it off and on again, which is my professional advice for any IT issue that you have. If anything involves a computer, just turn it off and on again, and you'll most likely fix the problem.
What about hitting once on the PC, like with your
palm of your hand or something like that? Just smack it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that while you're turning it off and on again. So you turn it off, give it a smack, and then turn it back on again.
Okay.
That's the ideal scenario. Definitely don't do it if you've got a very expensive computer and you don't want to break it, because hitting a computer is generally ill-advised, unless it's very old. Have you ever hit your computer, LS?
On accident.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've bumped into it with my knee.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, that might be why...
It turned off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what happens to me?
What?
My cat
Forever.
loves sitting on top of my computer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So whenever he climbs onto the tower, he turns my computer off.
Oh.
Pretty
I
cool.
think it's thankfully never happened during an LCK broadcast, but
Nice.
it could definitely happen
Then,
at any point.
then your cat is really nice cat to like.
Well, he just wants to get up there because it's warm, because the fan, you know?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Ugh.
Or want you to make some like moves because
Yeah, probably like
It's
you've been
really
sitting there
unhealthy.
for too long,
Yeah.
so can you go out and actually walk around? And then I'm like, no, but Bibian, I can't do that because there is COVID-19 everywhere and I need to stay inside. And he's like, well, just walk around in circles, Max, come on.
yeah. I mean, so home training is needed, by the way.
Absolutely. I need to actually get some stuff because we're starting to pack on the kilos.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do what you can, and hopefully the gyms will open again relatively soon. It's been a bit strange with, you know, everything shutting at 9 p.m. and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
This is Korea. Everything's supposed to shut at 9 a.m.,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not 9 p.m.
We want to prevent it.
They
That's
shut
all.
down at 9 a.m., open again at 10.
Yeah, right.
That's actually like
Do you know
what
what
happens.
the most difficult time to get food is breakfast.
Oh.
Here in
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Which I absolutely loved because,
Yep.
you know, I moved here with a sleep schedule that was, you know, wake up at midday
A lot of
and then you're always fine.
places stop delivering during or after 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Makes me a little sad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, as anyone from anywhere else in the world, you'd expect that
Yeah.
delivery would be after 4 a.m.
But actually, we are fine here in Korea because there is convenience store.
True. True.
They're open forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you're fine. Also, just some great stuff that you can get from convenience stores here in Korea.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to learn what the good stuff was because they're so different
Yeah.
from anywhere else in the world. But once you figure it out, oh, it's the goods. As we're going to resume, and we're going to have to put up a poll, and we'll see who's going to win, who's going to have a little bit of lag next. That's going to be the competition. Hopefully LCK Global Twitter can sort something like that out for you. We'll have to see who is going to be affected next, or whether we're just going to have a clean run towards the conclusion of this game. So far, just to catch you guys back up, DAMWON are ahead. 3,000 gold. A lot of that is to do with this top side, which has been utterly obliterated by the Renekton. But Pyosik's still having a good time. I mean, Canyon's caught back up again, but there is a Runic Echoes, and that 2-item spike is still going to be there for the Lillia. As Doran, this is, you know, this is a policeman that's just found a bad guy, and he's calling for backup.
I mean, he should know it. Nuguri.
Well, Ulti's going to start it up, gets the stun there as well onto Nuguri, who's going to try and fight this one back out. Does have a dice available. Bowling ball going to be avoided by it. He has no flash. He's waiting for that slice to come back off cooldown. I have a feeling he's not going to survive, but he lasts for way longer than he should have.
Yeah.
And as you can see, everything else is being taken from around this map. ShowMaker going to deny a cannon creep as well as get a lot of damage onto this turret. And now Canyon moves towards the bottom side, doesn't find the spear. And still a lot of pressure.
So even though Nuguri ended up dying, there was a lot of CS and other things that are captured by DAMWON during that time. So it's not exactly a 1-for-0. It has to all be basically factored into the equation. Also a lot of damage done to that mid-tier 1 turret. Whereas Syndra's, look at all of DAMWON's turrets. They're all so healthy.
They're having no issues at all.
Yeah.
DRX haven't really been able to put on too much pressure in the lanes, which is, just to remind everyone, how they won most of their games in the regular season. It was because their lane kingdom style was too difficult for anyone to get past.
So yeah, I mean, the kill score is looking like similar, but the game pressure, the map pressure is real. Their bot lane, top lane, also even mid lane is having a free time in this game. So I think it's gonna be DAMWON Gaming controlling the game, and especially this second header is gonna be free for them.
Yeah.
Yep, they should be able to grab it. And already here.
Really good control right now. Rod of Ages almost going to be completed for Nidalee. Looks like Triforce is going to be the build for Doran.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I like the GLP. 800 out for ShowMaker here, as there was a heavy reliance on sticking on DRX's side.
Ooh, that was sneaky. Is Deft going to flash?
this is really critical, by the way. Deft is making so many mistakes this game.
Lots of blunders.
Unfortunately.
And now him not having that flash available, he has to be real careful.
Yeah.
Anytime he's around Ghost or BeryL now in the future, even ShowMaker. And so, DAMWON, I mean, with Ezreal not having flash for the next team fight and how far behind DRX is, we should assume that they're going to get the next Dragon as well. So that'll bring them 2 away from Soul Point.
And they're 2,000 gold away from DRX at the moment. Good old DAMWON. Blade of the Ruin King complete here for Ghost. He's even got Ninja Tabi just to give himself some more of those tanky stats. And against, you know, Jayce and even Volibear just a little bit. Not to mention the Ezreal. It's definitely a good idea to go towards it. That Rod of Ages you were talking about completed at around 16 minutes. Not too bad. Facebreaker and Pulverize come in here as BeryL's just toying with these DRX members.
I mean, BeryL is just trying to trade some health because he has Nidalee.
Yeah, right. Super Soaker goes out. Good stun there onto Pyosik, but it's not going to quite be enough. The Sett going to go down, and Fates calls one hell of an ability. BeryL just walks it out, and Nuguri was zoning Doran this entire time. It's feeling like game 1 all over again, gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's even better for DWG Gaming side.
Yeah. This is looking a lot more destructive. The one thing, though, in this game is still Chovy. 3 kills on the Jayce. Okay, well,
yeah,
unfortunate.
I mean, that is true. It's still Chovy, as you mentioned, but he's playing Jayce, so...
Yeah, well...
It is actually Chovy versus DAMWON.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
It
That's
feels
what
like
this
it.
game is.
Because I feel like... I mean, also, Pyosik, he did such a great early game move, and also... Okay.
Okay, Canyon not going to find it. Bowling Ball also going to miss, as BeryL is still here. Unbreakable Will still up, by the way. Didn't even use it. When he was diving under the turret, he was trusting Ghost.
I mean, again, many people expected DWG Gaming to have mid-jungle pressure really hard, but this time around, DRX showed up such a great move, especially from the Pyosik. But it feels like DRX's bot lane is getting outclassed, even in lane.
Yeah.
On 2v2. It's really critical.
Not something that you would expect.
No.
When
it was the opposite of what was happening earlier for DRX. You know, this is not what we expect from Deft and Keria. They were so good in spring. They were so good at the start of summer.
Yeah.
Well, ooh. Wow. Keria just blown up out of the air.
Yeah, on the air.
And this is why Sett, sometimes he becomes regret. When you
We're going to need the collective to give us a confirmed count as to when we went back in.
1 more. Pause. 1. Give it to us.
Well, I mean, it'll be paused within the next couple of seconds if it is going to pause, because Deft is going to figure out whether or not it's still feeling a bit weird.
So, Keria has been learning how to beat Boris a little bit in the last few weeks, but I'm really curious, actually, if Deft will get Leandries in this game. I don't know if that's made its way to Keria yet. They are very slow to pick up on things.
Yeah, I agree. Especially on items.
Yeah.
I think it's even
They get
harder.
stuck in their ways. There's definitely a lot of getting stuck in your ways. And that's what happens when you play on a very different solo queue as well, because you don't have that guy come up to you and beat you with that item, you know? And so you get shaped by what's been beating you, not necessarily what's theoretically good elsewhere in the world.
Ooh.
As Chovy going to exit the area. A scary cow is worth running away from.
So the thing is, for DWG Gaming, everything is slowly setting up for them to snowball, because Nashor is up.
There's a headbutt Pulverize, as immediately Ghost pulls back the cow, but they miss it. Oh no, now Ghost is going to get booped around. The Ren did a fair bit of work, but the Lillia is going to shut them down. The cow also going to be... Turned into Mincemeat ShowMaker. Takes down the Ezreal, and Nuguri's flashing on top of everyone. Good night, Lillia. As Doran's going to flash the hell away. That was, of course, out of fear, because this is Godzilla entering the rift.
Well, Nuguri managed to salvage that, but what a close call, though. Just barely whiffing on Chovy. DWG, they're going to get this Baron. I think there's no way DRX are going to be able to stop this. You can see Chovy, he's preoccupied trying to get the minions in mid lane. He's not even going to try to get here. It doesn't even matter. The smite on Canyon would be more than enough to confirm this. Shock Blast by Chovy is going to be the last attempt.
God.
Oh,
the
no.
damage. Oh, the True Shot Barrage, not enough. Smite comes down. That's going to be it confirmed. DRX are going to lead with their tails between their legs. And Ghost already back here in the area, but wasn't even required. Find it interesting because, of course, Kalista, generally what you use to confirm a Baron.
Yeah.
But this time was the sacrificial lamb to get the Baron themselves.
Yeah. I mean, the start of the fight was not that great. Chovy with the face rush, he moved out completely well.
Yep.
But after that, somehow BeryL managed to just tumble Deft around the Nuguri, so that made the team fight completely different.
Yeah. The cow fed the dinosaur is what ended up happening there.
Yeah.
And
I've watched Jurassic Park. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now, I mean, the advantage that is present inside of this game for DAMWON is out of control.
Yeah.
They are so far ahead in this game. This Baron, it doesn't quite persist into the next Ocean Dragon, but the control that they're going to establish is going to be there. Chovy continuing to go down the utility route, picks up Edge of Night, and so it's not the hardest hitting lethality item. It does grant him some protection against DAMWON. They don't have the easiest time in the world at proccing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pressure when it comes to team comp, right? We were talking about how Jayce is so hard to pull off on this competition because of the champion combination. That's the reason why Chovy is building up more of utility items. And this time around, oh! And look at the ShowMaker item. He's fine right now.
Yeah. ShowMaker with Void Staff second, you love to see it.
Especially out of the items that are being built by especially Chovy and Pyosik.
Yeah.
Genius.
And better poke as well. Canyon is out poking Jayce and Ezreal.
Over
BeryL.
goes BeryL. He's looking for more. The Fate's Call is going to come in as the Showstopper went down as well. Nuguri helps take down the turret as the Nidalee's going to secure the set. Now Chovy gonna boot back that Nid. And DAMWON are on the run. It is currently 2-for-1 in favor of DRX. They did lose their turret, but they did win the fight in the end.
So the turret ends up going down, but a 2-for-2 is, or a 1-for-2 is definitely something that they're willing to take right now. They're still down 6,000 gold. They're probably going to lose the Ocean Dragon. Honestly, this is DAMWON just being a little bit too reckless. BeryL goes in, he has the Kalista ultimate to back him up. He gets pulled out, and then watch as they reinitiate. He had no HP. So he just dies to anyone right-clicking him. Chovy flashes, knocks the Cougar.
The live?
In the meantime, yeah, Chovy taking a lot of damage from Ghost, actually. That was just one shot, but Ghost is doing a lot of work at the moment. Does have that extra BF sword on top of those 2 core items. Yeah. 6,000 gold is the lead, approximately, for DAMWON. So despite that little team fight setback, things are still going in their favor.
It feels like they were testing their limits on the top side, obviously, with Alistar flashing and failing combo, right? So this time around, it's going to be more stable from DAMWON's side because they don't need to get be hurry on this side.
Well, they're going to look for an Ocean Drake. That's going to be spawning in 15 seconds time.
And we'll see what... Oh, Keria is going to take a lot of damage.
Tons of damage.
But he did still have his Haymaker available, so he probably wasn't going to die. But it should confirm this Drake.
BeryL has Hex Flash, by the way.
Oh,
such a great position.
You can see it, but it is going to be the Render down. Now the team fight. BeryL looking for a pulverized target. Keria is going to go down first. Pyosik now in trouble.
There's nothing Chovy can do.
Yeah, we're going to punch the ground a little bit, but that's just because Doran's angry and Deft is standing in the back of this pit, just hoping that it is all over. Chovy gets one.
He's trying.
I mean, his KDA looks great this game, but
I mean,
other
he's
than
really
that,
trying.
it's all awful.
Well, Godby is, well, not the player, but...
Wayless?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, like this.
Shut down.
Like this.
But anyways, the way how BeryL prepares the fight was just so beautiful on the bottom side. I mean, there was no chance DRX winning the team fight, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what happens when BeryL gets his eye in.
Yeah.
You know, he had that flub last team fight, and now the Hex Splash power.
Yeah, just goes in, onto Keria, knocks him up. Chovy in the worst angle possible. Pyosik.
Oh, man.
Alistar seems to have an affinity for Lillia.
Yep.
The way how he pushes out Chovy, and after that, just goes in Pyosik looking like. That's why, the reason why BeryL is LCK All-Pro #1.
I like that Chovy wanted to try and one-shot the Kalista. That was his thought process. Didn't go for the blast cone or anything like that. Went down swinging. Now 5-1-2. The Jayce is very big, but everybody else not so much. And the gold lead is only extending. DAMWON with Soul Point now in 3 minutes time. It's been really strange because this game, the gold lead is much higher, but it actually feels closer than game one.
Yep.
I don't understand how that is, but it is.
I think that's Chovy effect.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. But anyways, again, it's gonna be Ocean Drake Soul if they are gonna get next Drake as well.
Yeah.
It feels like free Nasher for DAMWON game, or DRX is gonna try to contest this.
This has been 2 Ocean Souls, by the way, for DWG.
Yeah.
It's an ocean of holy water.
Okay. They're all inning.
Oh, they're right into the pit as Keria is getting a fair bit of work done. We'll see who's going to be able to actually take down the Baron. As Keria eventually falls, but Pyosik steals the Baron away.
But at what cost?
Yeah, well, maybe the game, LS, is Deft. He tries to QSS, but he's not going to be able to get that one done. And Ghost, although he's slowed, he's still going to be able to grab that kill. Chovy on the run once again. And can he do it? Can he do it, gentlemen?
Chovy against the wall.
1 versus 3. The spear is going to connect. The Edge of Night came back off cooldown, but he's still going to die. That's the ace. And DAMWON may just be able to win the game from here.
Yeah, they have the teleport on Nuguri. Looks like he's actually just gonna TP first. He's not even actually going to recall and get any more items.
I don't think they're looking for an ant right
No, I think they're just trying to open up the base, get double inhibitor.
Yeah. And waiting for next Drake as well.
And if DRX move a little bit too far forward and they are able to get a pick, then it is the end of the game, right? But
yeah.
You've got Canyon, he's moving towards that dragon. 1 inhibitor, the top lane is going to stay alive for the minute. And now DAMWON are getting themselves in position. Try and kill anyone moving. Headbutt pulverized. Goodbye, Keria. Deft tries to get some damage across, but he just doesn't really do much of that at the moment. Now Ghost has found Pyosik. Doran's there as well, so...
Oh, ShowMaker?
Okay. Can he actually one-shot for Pyosik is the question. As, yeah.
Oh, you know, leave him alone, man.
This is so... I don't really have words to describe how one-sided this is, gentlemen, as Doran, he's getting chunked.
Yeah, while Nuguri is just casually farming on the bot side.
Yeah, he'll take down that turret as well. And this game, we said it was over earlier, but it is definitely over now.
I mean...
And, well, there is the setup for everything. Keria, he does get a lot of damage off with the Haymaker. And you can see on the left-hand side, ShowMaker going one-on-one with Chovy. Pyosik with a really nice capture on the Baron, but no one could disengage. ShowMaker still alive there.
By the way, maybe you missed that, but Pyosik tried to chain CC when Keria flashed in, but he flashed in on Nasher, so he got pushed out. So he couldn't land the Q on the 4 targets. So I think they could actually change the game, but
that's the second time that a Lillia ultimate not working out correctly.
But this time around, it's unlucky. I guess.
Yeah, I guess. The other one was just a misplay. This one was unlucky. Well, maybe Baron's actually on DAMWON's side.
Oh, that's the first turret that DRX has got.
And
it's
guess
from
who
Chovy.
took it? Exactly.
Of course it's Chovy. It always is.
Yeah. He's still getting player of the game. Okay, DAMWON moving towards the last remaining inhibitor turret. He'll be able to take that one down very, very easily. DRX, maybe they have one last team fight in them as Chovy comes back. Finds a shock blast onto ShowMaker, but it's really not doing the damage that they really want. Facebreaker onto BeryL, but BeryL likes that one. As
Oh,
my
man.
God. Tossed around like a ragdoll as now Pyosik's in trouble. Ren just to slow down the spear. It's going to connect, and Canyon getting right underneath this turret. BeryL's going to taxi Doran into his fountain.
Ocean
DAMWON, I think,
Drake.
is still going to win this game. Exactly right. Ocean Soul has been confirmed, and DAMWON, they don't lose health bars. DRX, though, they may lose a couple more before we end this game. But no, game 2 is over. DAMWON moved to match point here in this final. And for 2020, it's looking like, once again, 3 zeros.
It is